Hey guys, MC back again with another video, and today I bring you a special Transformers that I've been really looking forward to for quite some time. I had pre-ordered this since last year. This is going to be Megatron type of Godzilla. Pretty freaking sweet. This is going to be the anniversary for Transformers and Godzilla. They kind of had to do a little collab. Loved it. I had it for a couple of days and I've been messing around with it. I don't have the original mold that it's based on, but if I did, I would love it, and I love the original mold. We'll see what that is in a sec. But yeah, like I said, this comes in this nice, sleek black and white slipcover. Hasbro, you got your Transformers logo, Godzilla. But yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, let's take a look at the slipcover, because I mean the actual box cover, because that's actually pretty cool. I like these little premium boxes that Hasbro and Takara-tomy usually bring out. It's pretty sweet. And there is some of the product shot there. We'll get close up in a second. Move some of this lighting so it doesn't get too crazy. But yeah, there you have Megatron as Godzilla himself. Pretty sweet. Take a look there. You can read it, more power to you. I can barely speak and write English as is, so I'm not even going to try. But yeah, there is a good look at the artwork on the box. There you have the other one, which is Optimus Prime as Mechagodzilla, which I wasn't able to get. I may try to get him down the road, but if not, then this works perfectly for me. Just a bunch of words there, some barcodes there, made in Vietnam. But the front is what really takes the cake. I love the artwork there. There's a side there. Synergenex, Godzilla 70th and 40th of the Transformers. Love that artwork up front there. Sorry about the glare, but that is beautiful. I do love that artwork. I love this box. It pops really well. Again, this is going to be based on Grimlock, so it's Megatron as Grimlock, essentially. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, let me get him here and show you how cool he is. And taking a look at Megatron as Godzilla here, he is packaged in robot mode, which is pretty cool. Lots of nice detail around. If you want to bring it in closer, we can check a look at that noggin. Typical Megatron head. That stern face. You got some nice tattooing on the forearms there. You got the Godzilla logo down there. But overall, it's the same mold as the Studio Series Grimlock. I don't know, I was thinking his name there. But yeah, you got more tattooing there. You got the head on the back. Nice detail overall. If you already have the Grimlock mold, then you know what this is about. Nothing too crazy. About the same. So nothing too bad. But yeah, pretty cool overall. I'm happy just to have the mold and happy to have it as a collab with Godzilla, one of my favorite monsters out there. Pretty cool. He does come with a few weapons. He does have Grimlock's own little blaster here. Nicely picked out in silver, and that just pegs into his hand like so. Pretty cool. I believe it is blast effects compatible. Using one of the other things that it comes with is one of these blast ports. Let's check it out and see. Yeah, so it is blast effects compatible, so you can have some effects there if you want. And then the other thing it comes with is the rest of the blast effects. It's 3 pieces. You can put them together. It's basically for his atomic breath, but he can wield it like a laser sword, basically. It pegs into his hand just as well. So yeah, you can use that as just a normal weapon if you want, or plug it into the cannons there, and it just falls off because it's kind of heavy. But yeah, he is pretty cool. So let's take a look at a couple of the features of Megs here, or Grimlock, or Godzilla, whichever you want to say. Back wings are adjustable, so you can get those out of the way. And then as far as arm movements goes, it can go about that high, It can do about a 90 forward. Back, it clips in there for transformation. It can do a 360. You just gotta watch out for the back panels there. It does have a swivel at the bicep, swivel at the hand. The hands do not move. These do move just because of transformation and stuff. You can pull them forward if you want to do a nice atomic fist. Come on, there we go. It does have a little bit of swivel at the waist. It can go a full 360. Head is on a ball joint. Go all the way around. Just as Buckethead gets kind of in the way, but he can go all the way around. It does have a little bit of a crunch. You can go pretty much all the way down to see a nice shiny penny. He can do the full splits if you want to do the full splits as he falls over. There you go. He does have knee articulation. It's going to be about 90-degree bend. Can kick pretty much all the way back if the backpack wasn't there. Feet do have in and out. Nothing at the toe. There is swivel at the hip. But yeah, overall a nice figure. If you already have, like I said, the Grimlock, you know what you're getting into with this guy. Pretty sweet looking. I pre-ordered this a long time ago when they had the pre-orders up, and I finally shipped out a couple of days ago. So I'm just happy to have him in the collection with the rest of my Transformer stuff. Pretty cool, guys. I believe he was about $60 at the time of purchase. So nothing too crazy, but still, I think it's worth it, even though it's a mold. And it's not the best Godzilla transformation from the Grimlock mold. I actually put a little more effort into it, and I believe there is an upgrade kit coming from DNA to make it look a little bit better in beast mode. But yeah, pretty cool Megatron. I'm just, again, happy to have this mold in my collection. If I can stand him upright, we can kind of compare him to a couple of things. So yeah, we got Megs here as he leans forward. The other one was the Optimus Prime as Mechagodzilla, but it's based off this mold here. I forget the name of it, but it's basically this exact same mold here. I have the Target version, and Target Optimus Prime, but it's the same mold with the trailer. And as you can see, he tower overs Optimus Prime here in the side to sides. So I don't know if that scales really well. I don't think it does. They should be like at least even, but it is what it is. But yeah, pretty cool. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and get this guy transformed into Grimlock. It's pretty simple. Nothing out of the blue that you haven't, messed with before. If you have this mold, it's the same old. First, I like to pop the chest open here, and then just bring it down, and then bring his head inside the cavity there. That way it stores away nice and neat, and just get that out of the way. Bring the head up just to get it out of the way. We could bring these arms up too, and then these can butterfly up just to get them out of the way for right now. The legs, it folds really nicely the way the tail is in here. Bring this little heel pad down, and it's just going to sit on the bottom of the foot. And then you're going to take this, open it up, and you're just going to unfurl the tail tip, fold that forward, and then just bring it on up until it just sits right there and forms a nice little curve. But yeah, like I said, just like that, and then you just bring it on up, and just like that. Do the same thing with the other side. Bring the heel in, tail out, tail up, and then bring it down over here, and there we have that. And then next step, I believe we can just go ahead and bring these out. We're gonna bend this around, if I can get my hands to work with me. Always sucks doing this kind of blinded here. And then we're going to tab everything here together, and and then that's going to sit in there, and then we're going to bring this up just to get it out of the way, and then bring this inside here. That way it covers up the inner leg, and peg this guy together. A couple of pegs throughout the tail tip here, and then in the legs as well. Everything likes to pop out, but yeah, we're gonna put that just like that for now. Next thing we're gonna do is the chest piece here is gonna go and slide right into this channel, and that's gonna help secure the whole entire bottom tail section to the torso. And move the legs so you can get a little bit better movement here. Just like that, and that's just going to snap in, and then just going to line everything up. Everything's a little finicky here. As far as the fists, we're going to bring those into the cavity that's inside here. Mine are on a tight little joint. Clip it in. Same thing with the other side. Clip that one in, and then we'll position these in a moment. And then kind of close to the last, bring one of the chest piece down, slide it around, and then it's just gonna sit right here. Same thing with the other side, bring that down, and then we're gonna go ahead and tab his chest together until it snaps, and his head will just snap in place, which I already did. And then yeah, we can go ahead and just adjust him real quick. Give him a knee, because he does have knees in robot mode, and there we're gonna have Grimlock, or Godzilla, in robot mode. And there we have him. But yeah, like I said, if you got this Grimlock mode, then you already know what you're doing. It is very nice. I do like it a lot. I wish there was a little bit more Godzilla elements into this. I see what they were doing, but they could have gone the extra mile, at least given him the Godzilla spikes all the down the back, down to the tail, which they're doing in the DNA kit. They're giving him his spikes. You can use the blast effect inside his mouth. There is a little port on the back. You can see right there. You're just going to plug that in. And there you can have Godzilla firing his atomic breath at his enemies. But yeah, that is pretty cool. As far as weapon storage for the gun, it's the same as Grimlock. I've said that so many times. These little pegs, or holes there for the pegs that are on the gun, those little gray spots, just kind of have to find them and then just line it up. And if I can see, give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, it just kind of pegs in there. It's kind of hard to see, kind of dark, but yeah, pegs in there just fine. Just kind of like a little backpack. I don't think that's the most aesthetic looking for a Godzilla, but I mean it's there if you wanted to. If not, you can just take it off, put it off to the side, and do with it as you will. So in Godzilla mode here, as far as articulation goes, his jaw does go down that way. His head can look all the way up and then tilt about that far down. There is a hinge at the elbow there. There's a little bit of a joint back over here. It's a ball joint, so he can move his hands kind of full 360 if he really wanted to, and then they just pop out just like that. They're pretty easy to pop in and out, so don't be afraid if it does. But he does have good range of motion. I wish he had some wrist articulation so you could have moved it around, but it's nice the way it is, I guess. Legs are going to be the same as in robot mode. As everything comes off a little bit. Yep. It can go full 360. Does have a knee. Knee can go about that high up. Does have swivel at the thigh, just like it did before. Nothing at the feet. But overall, it is a nice beast mode there. Like I said, it's pretty cool. I'm happy to have this guy here. And I think in Godzilla mode here, it pairs nicely with the Mecha Godzilla of Optimus Prime. just because the height is better sorted out. So as you can see here, they're roughly the same height in this mode. So this would work better. I wish they had a different figure they could have used to transform into an actual Mecha Godzilla instead of his truck mode. You know, it would have been nice to have that, but it is what it is. I don't sit in the meetings for Transformers to give them my 2 cents, but it would have been nice to have a robot Godzilla, or robot version of Godzilla, Mecha Godzilla, in a actual dinosaur mode, not the truck mode of Optimus. But I guess, yeah, beggars can't be choosers. We'll use his own gun against him, since Target Optimus Prime never came with a weapon, just a dog. So yeah, you can have the battle there if you get both of them together. But yeah, I still think this guy is pretty sweet all on itself. I think you're still able to pick these guys up. I know at my local comic book store there's a couple just sitting there for a retail price of 60-70 bucks. Worth the pickup, I would say, if you don't have the mold and you like Godzilla. I think it's a great crossover. It's one that I've been waiting for forever, and one that I'm surprised it took this long. So it'd be great if they did more of the Monsterverse and did Mothra, King Ghidorah, all of the other guys, fucking Rodan. That would be nice to have in there too. But we'll see if it gets any more traction than just Megatron as Godzilla. Well, yeah, thank you guys again for joining me on this kind of short video, just introducing you to what I just picked up. Guys, stay safe, take care, and stay cool on these hot days that are coming. So we'll catch you around. Take care, guys. Bye.